everybody. It's David and Nikki Nellis with Foodie and the Beast.
Wait until you see what we have in studio today. Michelle Richard's our special guest host. And later, we got Puss in Boots. We're talking about Gaylord Ice.
And Daniele Turchetti's in the studio making burrata.
Yum.
And Hugh Acheson, a great chef out of the South, is on with us talking Southern food with a French accent.
And later, we're pouring bubbly. Stay tuned.
Planet Wine. It's like having your own wine cellar right in the heart of Del Rey. More than 700 bottles of domestic and imported wines offer something for every occasion and budget. For fine wines and more, there's a whole planet. Planet Wine in Del Rey.
So,
let's start with Michelle Richard.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
I count.
First, normally I'm in bed. Sunday is my... I stay in bed very late, and my wife brings me the coffee and a croissant.
Oh, my God. Do all the French wine like this, or just you?
All the French are the same. They're all great and wonderful. All
right, I got a question for you. I'm going to start right off here, because I've got a plate of the most beautiful chocolate croissant in front of me.
I guess I have to dig in.
Yeah, and... what is the significance of the... actually, these are... The classic croissant is shaped like a crescent, yes?
This one is a pain au chocolat. Mm-hmm.
Say goodbye to this one.
It's a little
Amy,
croissant dough with
you got to feed the baby.
Piece of chocolate inside. It's so delicious. Let me have a piece.
Amy, you want one?
I would love one. Oh, my
goodness. They're nicer, but they're nicer when they're warm. Can you warm them up someplace?
Yeah, well, honestly, we don't need to warm them up. They are actually delicious. But you brought them in for a specific reason.
Yeah, because I had a good friend who passed away a few years ago, 10 years ago. And,
a little-known person.
His name is Jean-Louis Paladin. Jean-Louis, he used to smoke too much, and the result was kind of negative. He went to eat the croissant or the pain au chocolat.
He went to the croissant, the great croissant in the sky?
In heaven. And Jean, we call it, myself, or in France, in north of France, we call it pain au chocolat. Jean-Louis used to call it chocolatine.
Why?
So good.
Why? Because maybe that's the way, I don't know, the name was better for him.
Right.
Maybe in Southwest, they call it chocolatine. And he used to eat, I used to come to see me in D.C., he used to eat 3 or 4.
I can see that. It's not hard to eat that many.
It's so delicious, though.
Right.
And if you want to eat them...
But these are low-cal, right?
Oh, yeah.
And carb-free.
Low-fat chocolate.
1 pound of flour for 1 pound of butter. It's good.
There you go.
It's delicious.
Well, later in the show, we're going to be talking about, you are doing a whole tribute to Jean-Louis Paladin at Michelle in Tyson's Corner, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. That's why we've got these fabulous croissants or pain au chocolat with us this morning. But ARRIS from Saks, I want to get to you.
It's not sex, it's sex.
I said Saks.
Sex.
David said sex, and now Michelle said sex.
There's a fabulous restaurant, and I don't know what you would call it, a restaurant, nightclub?
Restaurant Lounge is the premise.
Okay.
It's a very unique space. We're at 734 11th Street, which used to be the old Ortonique, and way back.
Posh. It's been a lot of things.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your drink program there. You're making a cocktail there today, right, to start us off. Tell us a little bit about it.
So what this is a drink we call the Winter Whiskey Sour. One of the things that we like about the cocktail program is we try to make it as seasonal as possible to follow our chef. And this drink we made to sort of signify the fall, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
Right.
What this is, it's very simple, very easy. We have whiskey in studio, but, at home you can do whatever you'd like. Even a scotch works, like a fine oak.
Okay.
And we've taken a simple syrup, infused it with cinnamon, clove, allspice, star anise, and then black peppercorn.
Okay.
Fresh squeezed lemon juice, aromatic bitters, and then egg white for emulsification.
Oh, cool. So now what is the name of the drink?
Winter Whiskey Sour.
Winter Whiskey Sour. All right, well,
you get...
the fact you can remember all of that to recap it is impressive enough. There's a lot going on in there.
On the drive here, it's like a crazy one. Because usually I forget.
All right, well, while you're making that, we are going to talk about our experience last night. Last night, David and I took the kids to the Gaylord National at National Harbor. It was their explosive grand opening of their ice presentation and also their Christmas on the Potomac. Amy GORRELL is in with us today. I don't even know how you're standing because that was an amazing feat last night. I mean, the fireworks.
And you're 7 months pregnant. So
right. Yep.
You're
exactly.
standing.
I'm standing, and there's a little baby in there. Thank you. It was so wonderful to have you visit last night. It was the kickoff to kick off Christmas, if you can imagine that. And we did open Christmas on the Potomac, which is our winter celebration. It runs now through January 8th. And then, of course, our famous ice attraction.
Right.
So I know you all walked through last night. Hopefully you went down those ice slides.
We did, of course. My bum hurts this morning.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I have never gone down the slide. This is our third year doing it, but I did last night.
Great.
It was really... I think this year is absolutely the best. Wait, don't interrupt me.
Well, we got to tell people what they're... Listen, I mean...
I was about to go there.
All right, good.
So let me finish. Okay, so...
Girlfriend.
But let's start from the beginning.
Yes.
Every single night, how will the Christmas on the Potomac break out?
Right. Well, every single night, we kick off the activities with a 6:30 tree lighting show, which I think you all saw our big
Yeah, and
grand
this is
tree
not your
lighting
grandmother's tree, trust me.
No. It's a 60-foot tall glass Christmas tree that's suspended. It hangs in the center of our atrium, and we light it every single night. We have a 15-minute show that features the famous DreamWorks characters, of course, and we have Puss in Boots with us today.
My radio audience can't hear Puss in Boots because the cat got her tongue. But.
Yes, cat got his tongue. But we have all of the DreamWorks characters at the Gaylord Hotel this holiday season. That includes, of course, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, the Madagascar characters, Alex the Lion, Gloria the Hippo, and they're just so adorable. And they light our tree every single night. It's a fantastic show, and then it snows.
Now, after our break, I want to tell people that there are 2 ways to get into ice, because you can go the regular way, but we have a little secret way.
We sure do.
A little special. All right, this is David and Nikki Nellis and Michelle Richard on Foodie and the Beast. We're going to be back with that secret way to see ice the best way possible.
The phrase neighborhood restaurant means convenience, but not necessarily style or good taste. But in DC's West End, Circle Bistro, Notte Bianche, and Dish Plus Drinks take neighborhood dining to new levels. Circle Bistro offers contemporary French-inspired cuisine. Dish has new twists on American classics. And Notte Bianche is the perfect Italian trattoria. The Kennedy Center is just steps away, so pre- and post-theater dining is enjoyable and convenient. Dish, Notte Bianche, and Circle Bistro. There's good taste in the neighborhood. Hey, we're back on Foodie and the Beast, and we're joined by our special guest host, James Beard award-winning chef, restaurateur, and author, Michelle Richard. Hello.
Oh,
I know. I'm just hoping to get a free meal. And AMIE GORRELL from the Gaylord is here. I have to say, one of the things that the chef asked me while we were off, he said, does it really snow during the Christmas, the holiday celebration? It's an 18-story atrium. We've been there, glass atrium overlooking the Potomac, and it really does snow inside. It's the coolest thing.
It's magic.
All right, so now let's tell people about ice.
Yes.
How, because I found out something last night that I was like, ooh, that's good to know. Tell us about the VIP passes.
Yes. Well, ice is very popular, as everyone has learned.
Yes.
Staggering statistic, 250,000 people came to see ice last year.
Wow.
We expect it to be just as popular this year, if not even more, because of the DreamWorks characters. So we have introduced something new this year. It's called a VIP pass. So for an additional $15 on top of your regular price ice ticket, you get to go through our VIP line, which lets you bypass the standby line.
Right.
Plus, on the other side, you get a cup of hot chocolate, you get a meet and greet with the penguins of Madagascar, and you get special 3D holiday light glasses. They're glasses that you put on, and when you look at holiday lights, you see a little figure. They're really cool.
Oh, neat.
So it's a great value.
So it's like drinking one of these cocktails, actually.
Yeah.
They are ready. Can I have one soon?
He can't wait.
Our chef is ready for a cocktail, Iris.
So we only have a couple more seconds. How does everybody get tickets to ice, and where do they get all the information?
Right. We definitely encourage...
Can you give me one?
Not today, but I will. Yes, we'll take
boy.
care of you.
And everybody said I was a schnorrer.
Exactly.
All right.
ChristmasOnThePotomac.com or 301-965-4000. We definitely encourage people, if you're going to come on the weekends, to try to buy a ticket in advance, because it does sell out.
It does. Like, it's sold out today, and it sold out yesterday, right?
Yes, yesterday and today were already sold out. It's that popular.
I will say, unequivocally, there are a lot of great holiday celebrations around. There's nothing like what's going on at the Gaylord anywhere in the Washington area.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
AMIE, Puss in Boots, thank you for coming in studio and bringing the gingerbread house and what is this again? Shrek's?
It's called Shrek Feast.
Shrek's Feast.
I've got one last question.
Okay.
At the size of that Puss in Boots is, does he get fleas on him the size of baseballs?
Puss in Boots doesn't
That's a
have
big
fleas.
cat.
My kids only wanted to know if Antonio Banderas was really coming in studio.
Nice.
But they Thank you. Thank you
thank
so
you
much
for having us.
Okay, so ARRIS, just tell us quickly.
Yes.
Give us the name one more time. What are we
Winter
about to
Whiskey
sip?
Sour is about what you're supposed to taste. Well, there's a contrast in both, texture.
So good.
And then also, what we do too is look for balance. Try and balance it out a little bit.
Well, the egg white is so nice
yeah,
on
it's
that.
very
Yeah,
good.
I was gonna say it's almost like
It's meringue.
It's meringue.
As Chef said, it's the same concept as a meringue. Gives body, to the actual
Lovely.
cocktail. Because without it, it's a little bit, thin.
I just thought of thing with Michelle Richard sitting next to me. I probably should be intimidated to say anything about food because I'm going to be wrong, probably.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
yes.
All right. Well,
Well, Chef, let's just talk quickly. So you are doing this dinner, this tribute menu for Jean-Louis Paladin. What made you decide to do it?
Jean-Louis was a very good friend of mine. I met him in 1979 when he just moved to this country and become very, very good friend. And we cooked together, and he was the best chef in this country. And he passed. He used to smoke a lot. And
Right.
I used to tell him stop to smoke. He was smoking everything, cigar, whatever. And he passed away 10 years ago. It was pretty sad.
Right.
On the 25th of November. And we're going to, what I want to do at Michel in my new restaurant in Tyson Corner, we're gonna celebrate, or we're going to try to remember people. We remember Jean-Louis the way he used to cook. For 1 week, we're going to use one of his menu. We're going to serve his food, and I hope all your fans are going to come
I hope so.
and taste great food of Jean-Louis.
the thing I want to tell everybody is you can go to the listareyounit.com and get all the information.
Of course you can.
for it.
Absolutely.
All right, so
just a little plug.
Now we're gonna a little plug. Now we're gonna turn. Hugh, are you on the phone?
I am on the phone.
How are you? Hugh Acheson is a Canadian-trained chef. Excuse me, a Canadian who is trained in French culinary techniques, but he lives and works and owns restaurants in the Atlanta area, and so he has melded French cooking techniques with Southern cuisine, and it sounds awesome. And he's got a new cookbook out called A New Turn in the South, and he's here to talk about it. Hugh, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
We didn't want to put you under any pressure by having a French chef in studio. We didn't want to, we didn't want to make you feel bad or anything.
You guys have Michelle in studio, and then you're talking about Jean-Louis, and those people are just, these are foundational figures in French cooking in America. They're just awesome.
And, he's nodding his head and agreeing with you.
Right,
So.
exactly.
You should.
And what you are missing, unfortunately for you, is he did bring his pain au chocolat in this morning, and it is absolutely scrumptious. But Hugh, let's talk a little bit about you. Tell me, how do you reconcile your French training with Southern cooking?
It's not really a reconciling. It's what I know. I grew up in French kitchens in Ottawa and Hull, and then in Montreal. I learned in French kitchens when I was young. That was my cooking school, meaning I never went to cooking school. And everybody says, oh, you're self-trained. No, I was taught by amazing chefs in kitchens. So it's just a different, and then I went to school in political philosophy, but the cooking was always my thing, and it was always in French, with a very French training. So it was great, very brigade system, and then we can mix that style of cookery with this amazing agrarian landscape that we have down here, and really relish in this amazing history of food, too, that's here. So you can never tire of Southern food. There's such history, and there's such really amazing tome of history to it that we never get bored by it.
Excellent. Well, listen, we really appreciate you joining us today. That was it was just terrific. Your book is really wonderful. Do you want to?
Well, I want to make
question?
sure everybody knows where to find the book, and also I was going to ask if you're doing any book signings up our way.
Oh yeah.
Actually, my sister lives in Alexandria, and we were just talking about lining something up.
Okay.
So I think it won't be till the new year, but I'm thinking in late January, I think we'll be in the D.C. area.
All right. Well, will you let us know, please?
We will definitely let you know.
Okay,
Excellent.
wait, and online, should we go to Amazon? Where do we go to find the book?
You can go to Amazon. You can go to HughAcheson.com, and we'll ship you one if you want a signed one. Or you can, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all the usual suspects.
Well, how about if I want one with a side of collard greens? Can I?
That you come down to Empire State South in Atlanta.
And that's my last question for you. You've got a couple of restaurants. You've got Empire State South. You've got 5 and 10, the National. But why Empire State South? What's different about the food there?
Empire State South is the newest one in Atlanta, and it's just firing on all cylinders right now. It's a year old, finally matured, and it is kicking it. And
Cool.
It's just winning all sorts of awards. It's got a really inventive young chef there who's great to work with and is doing phenomenal food.
Oh, wait a minute. I've seen a video of you, so if he's an inventive young chef, what does that make you? How old is he? Is he 12?
He is 12. I am 18.
Nice.
Excellent.
Oh, you're the same age.
That's something about child labor laws I want to say, but
I know.
I'm going to let it go. Well, Hugh, thanks so much for joining us. The book is A New Turn in the South. The author is a chef, a restaurateur, and now cookbook author, Hugh Acheson. And Hugh, thanks very much for joining us. All right, Hugh, thanks very much. So let's turn the tables here. We're going to go Italian now. Chef Daniele Turchetti is in from Tagolio, ENOTECA, and Pizzeria in Arlington. And Chef, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's kind of start off with you because I can tell from your accent that you were not born in Arlington. So tell us how you got from somewhere in Italy to here.
So I'm born in Friuli and northern Italy, and got in the United States 10 years ago, in 1999. And I'm started with Italian in an Italian restaurant in Westchester, and I working for that for 5 years, and then I moved in the city. I working for a big company, and then is 1 year and a half. I moved to Washington, D.C. I opened a restaurant in National Harbor. And then I meet the Tagolio family. And now it's almost 1 year I'm working with in this restaurant.
Okay, so what do you need? If you wanted to make your own burrata, tell us exactly what you need.
Okay, you need the mozzarella core.
Just keep your face in front of the mic. I know, it's hard.
We need the mozzarella core. And this is the basic what you need it. And then you need the cream. And hot water and salt.
Okay, that's it. All right, so right now you're going to start making it.
Yeah.
So tell us the first couple steps, and then you can go ahead and make it, because I see
first
some...
of all, you need to take the mozzarella core. And then you're going to break it in little pieces.
Okay.
And then
so it's like shredded.
Shredded, yes. It is.
You do it by hand or you using the food processor?
No, by hand. You can do it by hand, or you can cut with with a knife.
It's like we have a little bit of Europe in here today, doesn't
it? And
it?
then you put in the bowl, you add hot boiled water and salt, and then you melting.
Okay.
And then I do two things. I do the first thing is the leather.
The leaf.
The leaf.
Like pasta.
It is
Now, how did you
outside the burrata.
Now, how did you make the mozzarella leaf? Because that looks like, did you have to put it through a pasta
when
roller?
When it's melting, you put on the table and with the hand.
You fill it up.
Okay, so that's hand done.
Yes.
Wow.
And then with the same processing, I'm going to make the mozzarella. I don't make the balls. You can make the balls, it's the same, but I better make like a half an inch mozzarella. I use this.
So it's like a shell of the mozzarella
for the
ball.
inside.
Okay. So is it done?
Wow.
Yeah, you do a good job.
That was so fast. So now, how long will that take until it's done?
Okay. You need to stay at least a couple hours to be firm. You can put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours.
Now, I've seen people also put it into like a liquid. Do people do that with burrata, or no? That's just mozzarella.
Just mozzarella.
Just mozzarella?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. I mean, that took you just stuffed it and then wrapped it?
Yeah, stuff it and then wrap it.
You keep it at room temperature, correct?
I keep it at room temperature.
And there's the finished product.
Nice tomatoes and basil and olive oil.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Yeah, simple.
Gorgeous.
Also, you can serve with prosciutto di Parma, or roasted peppers. There's many ways to use the burrata.
Okay, Chef, we have to take a quick break, but when we come back, we do want to talk about your coal-fired pizzas, because that's something very different for this region.
Yeah.
This is David and Nikki Nellis and Chef Michelle Richard for Foodie and the Beast. We'll be back in just a sec.
Planet Wine in Del Rey is more than just 700 great wines. There's also a stellar selection of craft beers picked by Greg Engert, one of Food and Wine's favorite beer experts, and artisan charcuterie from Red Apron. For fine wines, beers, and more, there's a whole planet. Planet Wine in Del Rey. Hey, everybody, we're back on Foodie and the Beast with David and Nikki Nellis. We've got Chef Daniele Turchetti in. We're talking burrata. We've got our special guest star host, Michelle Richard. We've been trying to coax him out of his shell the whole show, and it finally worked.
And we have 2 sparklings being poured for us
Oh,
by
yeah, look at that.
ARRIS Noble from ARRIS Noble, right?
ARRIS Noble
sorry.
from Saks.
From Saks. Okay.
We'll call you Arnie.
We're going to do a
That'll
little taste test
Close
in
enough.
just a bit, but I thought you should cut into that burrata.
I will, and I will
Give Chef
because
Bishar
I'm sure.
the honors, or no?
Yes, I'm going to feed him because
Okay.
I love him so much. Wait, no, I'm going to feed you, baby.
Oh my God, no.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here, watch.
Better you than me. Go ahead.
There you go. Oh, come on, burrata. Wait, can you get all that in?
Oh my God, I love it.
Look at that.
Yay. It looks delicious.
I just want to say to him publicly, you're kind of cute.
You're
Delicious.
All right, so Chef, very importantly, where is Tagolio? What's
Okay, Tagolio is located in 549 in 23rd Street in Arlington.
Okay.
And
And you make
yes,
your pizzas are coal-fired?
is a coal fire
Yeah,
with
is that
anthracite.
traditional Italian?
It's not traditional Italian, but people, many restaurants, have place to storage the food, and but it's not only that. The important thing is the anthracite is a mineral. Is not make any smoke, any odors, and nothing is clean, and it keep the oven and the temperature.
Fantastic.
And
All right, gentlemen,
pizza's
stop
coming.
fighting over the burrata. My
So
goodness.
good.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you for the demonstration. That
Thank
was
you.
so much fun to watch, and the burrata is just magnificent.
It's
Thank you.
delicious,
Yes,
delicious.
thank you.
I'll ask you off camera.
So we are doing a taste test
Yep.
of 2 different sparklings. What are we trying?
2 different
no, that's not
sparklings.
it. This is.
Oh, you have to taste both?
You were
You
going to have to
taste
guess.
both. So just
Okay.
between like the left and the right.
Okay. There
you
That's
go.
why I had it set up.
Okay.
So what I thought I'd do is just play a little game with
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
and see if someone can guess what the champagne is.
Or a
between the
sparkling
two.
wine.
a good
Or
luck to
sparkling
me.
wine. One is from somewhere that you would never guess. Very nice quality, but it's
Are they both
domestic.
sparkling wines,
They're
or is
both-
one a champagne and one's a sparkling wine?
Exactly. One is a
One is
champagne.
champagne.
One is a very traditional champagne. Everyone knows it. The other one.
I already know
Okay.
the answers.
Okay.
All right, wait,
what do you
wait,
got?
This one's from North Korea.
Okay.
And this is
This one
somewhere
is
in
Japanese.
Uzbekistan. I have no idea.
First, I don't know. Mixed up. I think this
What
one.
do you think?
I
What do you
think
think,
this
Nikki?
one is from Japan.
What do you think? Nikki, what do you say?
Okay, so there's a much drier one and there's
A
a
much
sweeter one.
right.
I'm going to say the drier one is French,
Yes.
and that the sweeter one is the sparkling. Am I
Exactly.
correct?
That's
Did I get it right?
correct. Yes, you did.
Yay!
So-
Gold star.
Hey, which
have
one
to.
was ours? I mixed it.
Okay, so where is the sparkling from?
So you have Pierre Jouet, which is everyone knows,
Right.
from France. So I thought I'd put up something generic. And then you have Le Bourgeois.
I wouldn't call Pierre Jouet
Les Bourgeois.
generic.
Not from where?
Well, everyone knows it. It's
Missouri.
already
that's
said.
true.
Missouri.
It's from Missouri, Rochefort,
Missouri.
Missouri. So it's a
Not
Vidal
bad.
Blanc. 100% Vidal Blanc, but that's why I wanted to bring it up because the thing is that, it's from somewhere you'd never expect.
I was so close. North Korea and Missouri are
It's
just.
interesting. It's a little sweet for my taste,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's really fascinating that Missouri is producing,
Sparkling wine like
these-
that, of that caliber.
Right.
For Kiel,
Of that caliber, and that's what's interesting about the wine list, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what I wanted to reiterate
France.
about. Our sommelier has gone to great extents, to make sure that we have a
Well, we should
a
say
large
that's Andrew
variety.
Stover, correct?
Exactly.
It
We
is.
kind of need to wrap up.
Oh, my God.
Let's make sure everybody knows where Saks is. Hit us with the address again.
734 11th Street. That's across street of 11th and H Northwest.
And it's an evening you won't forget.
Well,
It's-
it is
it's a
quite an
show.
evening, and we should say that people should look for you there,
Yep.
not only to try some of the fabulous drinks, but also to get a education on some of the sparkling wines that you all serve there.
All right. Now,
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
want,
absolutely. So we had a terrific show today. We want to thank all our guests. Of course,
You can
Michelle
name 'em real
Richard, Amy Gorrell, Puss in Boots, ARRIS Noble. I want to say the chef's name right from
Hugh
Italy.
Acheson?
No, the other one, the Italian chef.
Oh, Daniele Turchetti.
I don't want to say his name wrong. Thank you so much all for
Michelle.
coming in today, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks.
Bye, guys.
TURCHETTI.